Welcome to the Good Morning from the Chicken Coop podcast with Kim Johnson, your creative strategist and master mindset coach. Filled with inspiration, distinctions, perspectives, and possibilities, we help you to cultivate a mindset that leads you to create the best version of yourself you could ever imagine. Join Kim every morning from one of her favorite happy places, her chicken coop, along with all her chickens.
Hey everybody, good morning from the chicken coop. So I want to talk to you about always being in a hurry, because I think this is one of the most toxic things that people do to themselves, constantly rushing around. If there's one thing that you can change quickly and you can make a massive difference in your life with, it's this factor. If you are constantly rushing, if you find yourself constantly rushing, you are setting yourself up for a massive amount of stress, a massive amount of dis-ease to come into your body. Because chemically, when you have stress, your body fills up with all the different chemicals and enzymes, and it's just stress pours in that way. And your cells take it all in. And if you don't think that's true, boy, you need to do some research, because if there's one thing that we know now for sure, it's that stress can take a person out in no time at all. And dis-ease, I always say it that way because if you look at the word disease, it is dis-ease, meaning you are under stress, and it tells us something, and we need to be practical about it and pay attention to it. And one of the biggest things that causes dis-ease is the fact that we are always in a damn hurry, and we don't always need to be in a damn hurry, yet we are, and we do it to ourselves constantly, and we don't stop and think about the fact that I've got to collect myself to get out of this state of stress, because if I stay in this state of stress, I'm going to cause myself to have less productive results. That's the very first thing. I'll tell you right now, if you're always in a hurry, you are having less productive results. If you are always in a hurry, you are not doing 100% of the work that you are capable of doing. So no matter what your degree is, I don't care if you have a bachelor's degree, I don't care if you've got a doctorate or master's degree, whatever it might be, you are not giving it your full base of knowledge, because you are focused on something that is chemically impossible when you are under stress, and stress is completely and totally related to the cause of hurrying all the time. So because of how our society is wired, because of all the things that we put on our plate in a day, we get into that stress response of hurry way too much. Whether it's to pack lunches, whether it's to get out the door, whether it's to simply get to bed. I have a client who constantly is in a hurry to get to bed. So she stresses all day long about what time she is going to go to bed at night, because she's got to get enough sleep. And if she doesn't get enough sleep, then she doesn't have a good day. So she spends the whole day worrying about sleeping and trying to get to sleep early. But her whole entire day, to that point, when she gets to that 8:30 mark, when she wants to be in bed, is stress. The whole day. Imagine this. Just stop and think about this for a second, because throughout the day she's like, I gotta hurry up and get this done, because otherwise I'll have to do it later and I won't be able to get to bed. How great do you think the sleep is at that point? It's not. The sleep is not great at that point, because unfortunately she has undone everything great because of a level of stress that she's under. So it's incredibly important that you understand what I'm talking about, because if you don't, you don't see how this is affecting you across the board. So I'm going to challenge you to look through your life and see, are you in a constant state of hurry? Where do you show up for hurry all the time? What are those things that you are doing to yourself all the time that cause this? And I say doing to yourself, because we do not have to be in a hurry. We can change things. If it means getting up a little bit earlier, do it. I can't tell you how much I have to stress this to my clients, because the reality is, it's always a hurry in our house in the morning. Why is it always in a hurry? Well, people can't find things. Well, it's just tough to get the kids out the door, or it's tough to get myself out the door. I always get distracted. Look at the patterns of what's causing it. Look at the patterns of your when you wake up, are you checking email right away? And are you responding to emails that don't need you to respond to them urgently for hours? Yet you're doing it at 6 o'clock in the morning. It might mean that you actually have to wake up a half hour earlier in order to have your day be peaceful. You know, one of my practices that I do for myself, and I truly do this for myself because it makes me feel good, I love to make muffins. I don't know what it is, I like to bake muffins. And I love to get up early in the morning and make muffins before anybody else is up. So when they wake up, there's hot muffins. And this is somewhat of a active meditation for me. Somewhat, it just fills my soul. I like the smell in the house. I like the act of doing it, and I do nothing else while I'm making those muffins. I'm not listening to anything. I'm not doing anything. I'm just in the present moment making those muffins. But that requires that I get up 45 minutes earlier. But it's worth it to me because it sets the tone for my day. I feel great. And I'm not in a state of rushing. If I have to make muffins and rush to do it to try to get the feeling, the whole purpose of it is gone. So look at your patterns, see what you need to do in order to help yourself with this. And for the love of God and all that's holy, stop rushing around because you're causing your body so much distress, so much anguish, so much dis-ease that you are going to get yourself sick. And if you can't conquer this, I'm telling you, if you don't choose, let me rephrase that, if you don't choose to conquer this, you will meet with that fact where someone will say to you, you have hypertension, you have high blood pressure, you have this issue, you have an ulcer, you have migraines, you have, your neck is constantly so stressed that there's no blood going to it. These things will show up, and then they only get worse from there. You're having heart issues, you're having liver issues because of all the toxicity in your body. So do yourself a favor while you have the opportunity. Take advantage of it. Stop hurrying. It'll kill you. I hope you guys are well, and I hope you have a very peaceful day, and I will see you all tomorrow. Bye.